AD, it's a 2-0 defeat here to Maidstone United. What did you make of the game?
You know, with 5 seconds to come in 0-0 at half time, and then we just switched off. So bitterly disappointed in that one. And then obviously the red card changed the game. I don't want to say too much to referee, but I don't know if they had any yellow cards today. I don't think they had one yellow card, you know, and it's like that we were the away team. But they did, you know. Let me just tell you something. These boys put a good shift in, and we're fighting. You know, I think hopefully, to be fair, at the end, the supporters were fantastic for us today. You know, the supporters are different. You know, kept the lads off. They saw the effort, but it's just that concentration. Honestly, if you look at Torquay in the first minute of the second half, Torquay we give a penalty away, and then another sloppy goal. Concentration. Braintree, you know, it's a free header from the corner, and then 5 seconds here before half time we switch off again. But they've given me absolutely everything. And first half I thought we were so good. Honestly, I thought we were good. We had shots, we had crosses, we looked dangerous, and just switching off, just a little bit. We did switch off, but we're fighting for our lives, and I've seen more than enough for us to be okay, but we've got to start getting 3 points sooner rather than later.
Like you said, it was another one of those games that did feel it was defined on a couple of big moments for us, and the red card, up until then, even with the goal, we were still playing generally quite well. Yeah. So what can you do as manager to try and coach out these little moments of indecision that seem to be costing us games?
Well, I think you know, I don't want to say too much about the referee, but everyone saw the referee today. And I'm not blaming him, it's just that concentration levels. Obviously he wasn't the one who we weren't concentrating, so I'm not just blaming the referee, it is us as well. But I think overall, honestly, we put a good, we were decent today. I know you might think, AD Pennock must be crazy, but we were fighting, and they showed me everything today and more. Because first half, if you look at the first 40 minutes, we were on top. I thought we was comfortable. We were coping with everything they threw at us, but we looked dangerous going the other way. But you know, I've seen enough that we're going to fight and go to the wire.
Obviously, that red card will now mean a suspension for Billy Terrell. Is that a position that perhaps you're looking at strengthening, or are you going to back Tom Ray in that game?
Well, the thing is, we're going to appeal because he got the ball. You know, he said himself. Billy said himself. He said, "Look, I got the ball." So. I've just seen the angle of it. There's a player right in line. So I'm going to ask any supporters if they did have any footage or anything, and maybe look at their video. But he said he's 100% sure he got the ball. But again, when you're playing against 12 men, maybe 13 men, the other ones are in black, then it's going to be tough. But he's like I say, he's 100% sure that he got the ball. So we'll have a look at it. Hopefully, get a different angle and then appeal. But if not, then yeah, well, we have to get a keeper. You know, that is, I can't have just one keeper because that could happen again, say next week, and we won't have a sub-goalkeeper.
In terms of the loanees that have been at the club, Tom Clifford, Elliot Romain and Ibia Canby, is there an update on sort of their future at the club? We're
going to make that decision on after the game, because obviously they can all play on Tuesday. We've got Maidstone here again on Tuesday in the Kent Senior Cup. Look, I am looking to see if we can add a bit more to the squad, because. But the boys have been all together. They've been fantastic. Honestly, really good. You know, I had to leave out different personnel, different players today. Some started the other day and weren't even involved in the bench. But we're all together in there. We're all together. Of course, they're not going to be happy, but that's me after managing. But the boys they're different class. They've been absolutely fantastic. And we've got to keep fighting, keep believing. Like I say, thank you to all the supporters today. The reception I got, and even afterwards, they knew that we put a good shift in today, and it was just out of our control sometimes. But you know, I need them supporters. We don't have to need them supporters, and turn up obviously on next week, and it's a massive game for us.
Fans have wondered about Ollie Box, obviously a player who started a few games before you arrived but hasn't featured since you come in. Is that a fitness issue, or is that a tactical choice you're making?
No, it's Ollie is, you know, as we all know, Ollie's part of the academy, and there's other things, you know, he's got to do. He's missing a bit of work as well, but it's not just that. He's my hands were tied today. You know, he was involved today, and he's always been involved. I took him to Torquay, I took him to Braintree, and he's got a future at the club. In an ideal world today, if we kept the players on the pitch, he was going to come on, because if Bars or Fumi was going to get tired, then he was going to replace them. But then your hands are tied as soon as that red card happened, and it just, yeah, it was disappointing. But he'll be okay. box, he'll be okay. He's a good boy. I love him. He's a great attitude, and he's got a big future.
In terms of our home form, we're on a run long predating your arrival at the club that we haven't won a game in the league here since November. How important is it that we break that duck? I mean, starting with Hemel Hempstead next Tuesday, because we've got to try and make this place a fortress.
You tell me how important it is.
Well, it's massive.
It's a silly question, isn't it? Of course it's important. You know, we're fighting for our lives, and it's massive, absolutely massive. But we've got to play with our heads, not our heart. You know, we've got to be sensible. We've got to play with our heads and our heart. We want the supporters to be behind us like they have been. You know, the first home game of the day, and they were fantastic, incredible. So yes, it's important.
And we've got Maidstone on Tuesday night again in the cup, but more attention will be for that big 6-point relegation clash against Hemel next Saturday. So your plan for the week ahead?
Yeah, to be fair though, the you know, the cup game, there's players obviously not been involved today and obviously been on the bench, so they'll be starting. I'll have a look at everybody's injuries, and we had a little bit of illness. Ibs was ill today. He phoned up this morning, said he was upset stomach. So that was a bit of a blow. Obviously, he's a centre forward. So but we'll look at everybody on Monday. Obviously, phone up everybody, and then look forward to Tuesday and go from there.
Thanks for your time, Eddie.
No, you're welcome. Thank you.